I've typically been one of those guys, probably because I'm a musician and I'm critical of everybody else playing, where I'll have like my most intense worship times, if you would, in my car, listening to a record by myself, right? That's been my go-to, and that's worked for a long time. But what I wasn't seeing necessarily was the value of singing with a big group of people. Obviously, I know that that's valuable, but I was still worshiping the Lord more, if you would, in my car by myself. And so with this whole COVID-19 like quarantine thing, you guys probably know, like what ended up happening is that we were just singing into a camera, right? Like leading worship, and nobody else was singing. For us, particularly at Heritage, we were chilling in our office building called The Hub, and we didn't have monitors. And so I was like, hey, I'm singing really quietly. So nobody else should sing because I won't be able to hear myself, right? I don't have any monitors or anything. So everybody's like, okay. So then what worship sets became is just me, super quiet, just sitting there by myself, which in the past, that's how it's been worship-wise, right? Like that's the times where I felt like were the best worship times for me. And I found that it was extremely lacking in many ways. Primarily, what I miss the most is hearing other people's voices.
Oh, yeah.
And the power of a congregation of people all lifting up the name of Jesus together, right? The unity in that, the fellowship in that, the beauty in not just one voice or not just my own time, but it really made me see the value of like everybody coming together and singing one song, lifting up the name of Jesus. So that's what kind of this COVID-19 thing has allowed me to see, which has been awesome.
That's good. That's money. Yeah. I think it's amazing if you think about the fact that one of the deepest realities, I think, of the Christian experience is that we actually become one, not only with Christ, but subsequently with each other. And that's a mystery. It's a theological reality that we sort of, we're bad at it. We go, oh yeah, okay, we're all one, even though we all fight and bicker like families do, but we're all one. We're all part of this one spiritual organism, which is called the church, the bride of Christ. But I think there's very few moments in the expression of the church where we can actually feel that. And I don't know if you guys ever had that moment where you're singing the same song everyone else is singing. I remember being at, you guys remember Battle Cry? Remember the big, massive youth event called Battle Cry? And they packed like thousands and thousands and thousands of kids into the San Francisco Giants Stadium. And I think Delirious was leading us in worship. Nice. It's classic, right? And then we were singing, what is there? Did you feel the mountains tremble? Okay. And when they hit the chorus, they're like, okay, everybody's going to jump up and down. And we're all in high school, right? But everybody in the stadium's jumping up and down. And you start to feel the whole stadium moving like this. And it was so funny. The next day, I think it was, I don't remember who the guy that runs it is now. Anyways, he was like, yeah, I was talking to the general manager and I asked him, is that okay that the entire second row of the outdoor stadium is moving? He's like, I don't know. It's never done that before because people don't jump them down at baseball games, right? But it was like, I still remember, like it's just like ironed into my memory, the feeling of being part of hundreds of thousands of people proclaiming the glory of Christ. It's just one of the few things I can think of in Christianity where we can actually feel like we are all one spiritual organism as we declare one truth that we all agree on, hearing the voice of the congregation all declaring the same truth at the same time. I think there's power in that.